It's a great day, sports world. What's up to all the sports lovers, the haters, the addicts, and the fanatics out there? This is Larry Patterson for GT365. That's Game Time 365 Sports right here on the GTSN. That's the Game Time Sports Network. Amon, this is episode 13. We are now approaching week 3. It's
Mm.
coming off of week 2. We're gonna go over week 2 in this show, and then we're going to go over week 3. Quick little glimpse, real quick. Mon, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Season kicking off. Done had some ups and downs already, man. But other than that, man, we here.
I know we in week 3, but this season, man, it goes by like in a blur. So uh we are here to give you all the coverage that we can, so we can, feel like this thing going by, taking its time instead of, just breezing on by. But uh week 2, we already went over the Packers and the Commanders game in the last episode, but the Packers won that game 27-18. We get to Sunday, the Titans, and we'll go like we did last week, where if you got a game that you really want to highlight or spotlight something, let me know. But we'll just go ahead and breeze through these things. So the Rams defeated the Titans 33-19. The Rams go to 2-0 on the season, and the Titans go to 0-2. I feel like Cam, they were in this game to about like early part of the fourth quarter. And then, I think Cam had a turnover. That's when the Rams capitalized off the turnover, went on ahead and scored. I think Devontae Adams scored, and then I think they turned the ball over again. So, how do you feel, just in a quick glimpse of how do you feel about Cam Ward in his first 2 games of the season?
I mean, I think he looked like a rookie. He has his highs and his lows. He made a ridiculous throw the other week here where it went something that you don't supposed to do, throwing across your body. It hit your boy from Stanford for a touchdown. So that seems like that's a connection that's growing. Um, Cam Ward's their guy. I've seen the sample size of 2 games to know that Tennessee has their franchise quarterback. So now we have to make sure we get some weapons around him. And is Callahan going to be there next year? You know, Bergonzi coming in from Kansas City, he want to get his own guy. Um, some people question the play calling. Some people were like, hey, you're not putting him in the best situation to make plays, under the circumstances that he's working with. But yeah, man, that Kim's their guy. So that that's the promising thing. And the rookies that they do have, they're having to play, and that's a good thing as well. They're able to grow together as a young football team. And then for the Rams, man, it's just status quo. Stafford is able to stay healthy the last past 2 weeks. Had a grind out game week 1 versus the Texans from 14-9. And then you win this game 33-17, 33-19, something along that line. And where the veteran president Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford, they connect on a late touchdown to put this game out of reach. Once again, I think they will be there in the end. I know they have some injuries on the back end right now. So hopefully they can overcome those. But, I don't expect anything less from the Rams.
Yeah, I think that in the end, I think that they're going to be right there. And I got a bold pick when we get to our picks later on dealing with the Rams. Like, I think you on the same bandwagon too. For once, we agree. So, uh, going to the next game, the Seahawks defeated the Steelers 31-17. Darnold looked kind of ugly in the first half of it, but they got it, went ahead and got it done. Any concerns about the Steelers? So I know it's week 2 going into week 3, the overrated question, but is there any concerns with the Steelers going down the stretch?
Um, yeah, I'm a little concerned. Everybody, Twitterverse, Facebook, all the social media outlets, if you follow a certain team, hey guys, don't overreact. It's week 2. We know overreaction Monday after, a game, overreaction Tuesday after a game. Everybody want to nitpick and everything, when a team loses. But I will say for, this Steelers team, their defense is giving up 30 points in back-to-back games. That's a little concerning. I know they had some issues last year, with their defense giving up 30 plus points, and they like just picking up where they left off last year. You have Jalen Ramsey now, you got Darius Slay. JPJ. You don't have Minka no more, but you still got TJ Watt. You got Casey Hayward, Highsmith. I know there's some things going on that people are missing, but you expect, our Steelers defense to keep you in the low 20s, mid 20s, not to be giving up 30, 31, 30, and 34 points a game to the Jets and to the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a little concerning to me, but Aaron Rodgers, he looks up to par. Caleb Johnson had a little goof on the kick return. That gave was a touchdown. The rookie that's not knowing the rules. Um, I don't know why he was back there. Who knows? But yeah, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna learn from it. I just think there's just it's not the same Steelers that from our dads growing up. You know, uh, we all know about the Steelers in the late '90s, early '90s. They're how dominant they were. It's just not the same. So yeah, man, I expect this defense to turn it around. If not, then hey, we're gonna start raising, hearing questions and seeing more Steeler topics on these national shows. And for the Seahawks, I mean, they took advantage of opportunities that were given to them. JSN looked like he's the real deal. Cooper Cup, he looks fine. Donald's finally settling in after a crazy week one. So I mean, I expect the Seahawks to be right there in that division with a couple quarterbacks. Not a couple, but one is missing 2 to 5 weeks. So if you're going to make up some ground and try to take over the division, there's your chance to with Brock Purdy being out, which we'll get on later on in the road.
The Steelers second straight week giving up nearly 400 yards. 390 yards exact in that ballpark to the Jets, to the Seahawks, two offenses that you wouldn't think give to put that much on Pittsburgh. JSN, another one, second straight 100-yard game. I think they found their number one guy.
Yep.
So going to the Jets beat the Bills 30-10.
Oh, the
Josh
Bills beat
Allen.
the Jets.
Did I say the Jets beat the Bills?
Yeah, you tripping.
I'm tripping. Bills beat Bills beat the Jets 30-10. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Which he didn't score. He didn't score. James Cook did the scoring on the offensive side of the ball, but as far as moving the needle, how Josh Allen does, beating up on the Jets there. Justin Fields, I believe he's gonna be out.
Yep.
What a bummer. What a bummer.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit.
The Lions put a big one on the Bears, 52-21. After the game was sort of competitive, when like in the first quarter, Lions went ahead and ran away with that. Just all types of scoring in that game.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I
Go ahead. Go.
seen I seen Ben Johnson kind of calling the team out. Being a little aggressive about that. Uh, is there panic mode this early in the season? Is there panic mode for the Bears?
No, it's not. I'm not gonna panic because we all know you have to give them grace. Like first year, like what we talked about during the summertime. First year head coach being responsible for a whole program that's not one side of the ball. It's a different animal. So I'm going to give them grace. You got to adjust to be a head coach. You're not just coming a coordinator and then going to that head coaching role. There are some things that you have responsibilities of that you didn't have before. So I'm going to give him some grace. Plus, Caleb learned a new offense, but some of the throws that Caleb's making, like, bro, you're not playing Fresno State. You're not playing UTSA. These are NFL players, man. You got to, if you're going to throw the ball away, throw it away. Don't throw it away and think you're playing college. These dudes get out of bounds. They going to get that ball. So, and unfortunately, that happened in one game. The Lions game. But I will say I was the first to admit that Detroit Lions, I do apologize because I came on here last year and said, hey, there's some concern in the air. And boy, was I wrong. So all Detroit fans out there, I was wrong because I definitely thought there was going to be some hiccups the way they looked week one versus Green Bay. But, y'all shut me up, and we're going to move on to Baltimore on week 3 on Monday night.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, you said go ahead. I didn't hear you did that last part about Detroit.
Oh, I said, yeah, Detroit, y'all proved me wrong. Y'all made me shut my mouth. And you got another big test coming up on Monday night in Baltimore. So we're gonna see. We're gonna really see what if y'all like that or not.
The Dallas Cowboys went toe to toe with the Giants, 40-37. That game ended in overtime. Russell Wilson. I'm a big critic of Russell Wilson, man. He threw for what, 450 yards, something around that ballpark. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Russ had 450 yards and three touchdowns and one interception, 41 attempts. You're not gonna get them moon balls all the time. And that seemed to be his specialty. Malik Neighbors, 9 catches, 157 yards with two touchdowns off of 13 targets. And then you got Wandell Robinson, 142 yards off 8 catches, 10 targets, both scoring touchdowns. And Malik Neighbors scored two.
Mm.
Wandell Robinson scored one. Um, Dallas giving up a lot, a whole lot. What's your thoughts on that game?
Yeah. They probably could have
506
used.
yards.
Yeah, they probably could have used Michael Parsons to stop a moon ball or two here. But that's sitting out there. He's in Green Bay now, so that's water under the bridge. So they probably could have used him, but they end up signing Jadavion Clowney. That news came out after the game. But they didn't have to run Blend either on Sunday. And Malik Neighbors, boy, let me tell you, he could be a problem. He gonna be a problem, boy. So NFC East, CD Lamb,
Mhm.
he on your heels, young man. He on your heels, man. AJ Brown, he on your heels, man. Like this young man's a problem. But I think the Giants played well. Um, Brandon Aubrey with the 64-yard field goal, amazing story. Um, I don't know if you watched the game, but it's on the broadcast. His wife, told him, "Hey, you can do this." And I missed a whole lot, and he was like, "Well," she was like, "Well, if you miss it, you can, get paid for missing, whatever." And he went into the lab and got himself right. Now he's probably the best kicker in the game. He's got the clutch gene. He do what he do. Took him into overtime and won the game for him. So I think it was an amazing win by Dallas. Yes, it's a division opponent. The division games are always tough, whether the Giants are bad or whatever the case may be. Great NFC East win and see if they can build onto it.
The thing is, even when the Giants suck, like when they're playing a division opponent, you don't know how it's gonna go.
Right.
Like, yes, you can predict it's gonna be a blowout. The Giants don't look so good, but when you playing a team twice a year and
Yes.
you know them, like you never know how the game is gonna go.
Absolutely.
So the 49ers defeated the Saints 26-21. Mac Jones, I asked you last week off the air about what quarterback would you take. Mac Jones was not in my category of quarterbacks to take. Threw three touchdown passes, 279 yards, no picks, and he's going to be starting again. So against the Cardinals, and we'll see how that matchup goes. Um, the Patriots defeated the Dolphins 33-27. Look, the Dolphins had a closer matchup than what they had last week. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna save this question for later on. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on. Uh, the Bengals defeated the Jaguars 31-27. Joe Burrow injured in that game, turf toe. Uh, I believe it was initially 3 months, but could be season ending. Are the Bengals in trouble?
For this year or for the future? Because it's a loaded question. Are we saying just this year?
Well, if Browning plays well enough, Burrow could come in the end of the season and can kind of give him some hope. They are 2-0.
They are
Uh,
they are 2-0. But
and,
it's
and
like
and and Browning is a vet. Those vet. Not comparing the two, but like when you have a Nick Foles taking over for Carson Wentz at the time, different story. I know, but those vets. Jake Browning is a vet, and he has managed the game pretty well in the past. Not saying it's Super Bowl, but there could be a chance where it could be, he can sustain, and going down the stretch. It doesn't have to always look pretty, but I mean, just your thoughts on the Bengals' future for this year.
I don't know, man. I don't. I'm selling them this year, man. Even if they do make it to the playoffs or whatever the case may be, or be fighting for contention, what good is it if Joe Burrow's come back? Like, what good is it gonna do? You can't protect them. You can't protect them. You got a like I said, you got a Ferrari back there and you got a Pinto engine. It's like, what are we doing, man? You go out and you sign Chase, you sign Higgins, you sign Hendrickson back. You draft. Who did they draft? I don't even know. Shamar Stewart, which was needed on the defensive side of the ball, but you didn't address him on. You didn't address the offensive line, right? Look at the quarterbacks that are top of their game. Mahomes, they've been shuffling tackles in and out for Mahomes for the last 3 years, and he's the best in the game. Well, subjectively, opinionated, he's the best in the game. They're finding ways to make him better, to keep him upright. They drafted a rookie this year. They drafted a couple linemen last year. They went and signed Jawan Taylor from Jacksonville a couple years ago from Florida. So they're finding ways to, keep him upright, keep him protected. Look at the Ravens. They got Falele, and they got Rosengard on the right side. And you got my boy from Iowa in the center, in the middle of the line. So they're finding ways to first round picks, second round picks, they're finding ways to keep them protected. And you look at, who's my other guy here? Shoot, drawing a blank.
Tackle.
Yeah, they are. I can't think of my guy name right now. Drawing a blank. But anyway, the top Jalen Hurts. Sorry, Lane Johnson. You got on the right side, and I can't think of the Milata on the left side.
Mhm.
They're Jurgens in the middle, Landon Dickerson. They're protecting these guys in the name of the game if they have offensive lines. So it's like Cincinnati. What have you done to keep Joe Burrow upright? You paid. Was it smart to pay T Higgins? Because you took that T Higgins money when they got your offensive lineman. Could you have drafted offensive line in the second round? Because you got your Gray Zabel was on the board when you guys were picking. You went and took Shamar Stewart, which I understand it, but you got to keep the money up right. And I think they're failing him in that situation. And at some point, it's going to be, hey, yes, Joe Burrow has to take some blame in this because you wanted Jamar Chase and you wanted T Higgins on your roster. You want to, hey, I need these guys, but you neglected the off. Not saying the offensive line is poop, but he's hurt now again. Um, you say you wanted receivers. Can you? Hey, what about the offensive lineman? Um, So yeah, man, it's MCL, PCL a couple years ago. Then you got ligaments, and then you got it's just a whole lot of lingering injuries. And I heard somebody say this. Me scrolling on the interwebs. Is he the Bengals version of Andrew Luck? And that's you don't want that. And think about this: a staggering note as well. Each of the Bengals quarterbacks, each of their franchise quarterbacks that they had that were successful in the past, they were MVP. They went to a Super Bowl and was either MVP candidate. They end all up getting hurt, and the careers just diminished. Boomer Esiason, Carson Palmer, Joe Burrow, my guy back in the '80s. I can't think of his name
I
right now.
can't think of his name. I'm trying to think of.
Super Bowl and played the 49ers. Got dragged. He fell off the map. They're cursed, bro. And I don't know long term for this season. It's cooked. But my biggest concern with the Bengals and Joe Burrow going forward is Joe Burrow going to want to be there long term with the way things are being played out. Because if they don't address anything and on the line next year, then you kind of got your answer. He's not going to be that long. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. It's unfortunate that he's out with a grade 3 turf toe, and that sucks from what I'm seeing or reading. But you can fade the Bengals to black this year. It's over with.
I I remember they not last year, the year before. I want to say they drafted a Marius Mims
Yes,
from
right
out of
tackle.
Georgia.
Georgia.
So like you've been swinging, but it just hasn't been connecting. So that's that's one thing I will say. They did address it, but it's all about development too. And then that falls back on to my what's my man, my head coach.
Zach Taylor.
Bengals. Say it
Zach
again.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor. I'm blanking. But that's on him at the end of the day. So I'm definitely concerned about the Bengals uh for their future, especially Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like you said, is that the new Andrew Luck? And it goes back on to Cincinnati at the end of the day. Like
Yeah, but Joe Burrow, he has to take some responsibility in this as well because he's probably the best quarterback they've had in their franchise
yeah,
history. You got some say so on some stuff. You don't think Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson go up to their owner and say, "Hey guys, this is what I need," and I'm pretty sure you have every opportunity, just like they do, to say, "Hey, I need some offensive linemen. Give me a center, give me some guards, give me something that I can stand behind on Sundays and deliver this ball and get us back to the Super Bowl." So he's had every chance to do that. I'm not saying that he hasn't done that in the past. I'm not saying that he hasn't done that. And if he has done it and they've neglected it, then that's an indictment on the organization. But so he got to take some blame for it as well. So you came up publicly and said, "Hey, I need Chase here. I need Higgins here. What are we doing with Trey?" So
I see Jay Quimby in the chat. He's saying they're missing a lot of can you see this? I can't see the comment, but shout out to Jay. Jay, do you think uh the Bengals are cooked? If you still watch, going on to the next one, the Cardinals defeated the Panthers 27-22 to go 2-0 in the season. Panthers 0-2. Philly defeated the Chiefs 20-17 in a close matchup. Um, any concerns about this game right here?
no, I'm not going to overreact to this. I know a whole lot of people want to overreact, but I'm not. Just
Chiefs 0-2, baby.
I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt. I'm happy as well, personally for me, but I'm not gonna overreact. We all know the situation is they don't have worthy Rasheed Rice be back in a couple of weeks. There's rumors. Twitter web said Tyreek Hill might be might be an option for them. I really don't see it, but who knows? Yeah, man, just defense is not the same anymore. I'm not used to seeing a Chiefs defense like get manhandled like that. I'm not saying that they got
Chris,
manhandled though, but
Chris Jones not being as dominant, not making those plays like you normally would see.
yeah, and that comes with age as well. We know he can slow down. He's on not the wrong side of 30, but he's 30 plus now, so the decline is going to come. But he's still a hell of a player. They're the best player at his position. I just they're just not sharp right now. Like we expect the Chiefs to be. Like me, I said it's gonna be a light show in Kansas City, and boy was I wrong so far. But this game was Philly is physical, bro. Me just watching Saquon run the ball on Sunday, bro. He is out of control. Like he run like a bull in a china shop, bro. It's crazy. Um, so there's a lot of controversy about the tush push. Jalen Hurts having 100 yards passing. People criticizing Jalen Hurts. Hey, why can't you push the ball down the field? He wins. So that's a non-factor to me. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like, what the scoreboard look like? Did I have more points than you did? I don't care if I threw the ball for 80 yards, 280 yards. Did we get the W by 1 point, 3 points? I don't care. Did we get the? Did he get it? Did he do his job? Is to leave Kansas City with a win, and he did. Um, I still like to see AJ Brown get involved a little more. You know how I feel. We spoke about AJ Brown off air. You know what I think is going to end up happening eventually with him in that situation. The tush push, there's going to be some conversation about the tush push at the end of this league year. this year. There are going to be some conversations, so I expect that to get looked at pretty hard.
This is going to be a change.
Yeah, it's going to be a change. But the Eagles were a better team. They've beaten the Chiefs twice and 2 times in a row. Jalen Hurts has the best of Mahomes, one on the head-to-head matchups. So yeah, man, I expect Philly to be right where they are. We'll be playing in January and early February, hopefully. So we'll see.
Did you see Chris Jones when he said he didn't even have 100 yards?
Yeah, he was like, "Set up the game." Yeah, and that's just all that matter, man. Yes, he didn't have 100 yards, but I did. We did just enough to win the game. We did just enough to win the game, and that's all you want to do.
And
In
Chris,
a hostile road game in Kansas City off a rematch. Had Fox there, Nick Wright was there, Chris Broussard was there, the whole gang was there. Tom Brady calling the game. You just want to get the win and go home, bro. That's it.
and Chris knows this.
Yeah,
He just a little better, you
that's all.
know.
That's all.
Go Denver loses a close one to the Indianapolis Colts 29-28. And I was crashing out on the phone. I mean,
Boy,
you heard it firsthand. I was unhappy. A call like that, a leverage call like that, you don't make a call like that. I would imagine you making that call if it's shorter distance, like if it's closer to the goal, maybe a 20 yarder, something like that. But a 60 yarder, like, come on, man. But the rules are the rules, and hey, if you're Tillman, uh, the defensive tackle for the Broncos that committed that penalty, hey, things happen. You
tough.
just learn from it, and move on, man. So.
It's a tough one. Yeah. Are you done? I'm gonna let you get it out.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. All right. So this game right here was a tale of two halves for me. Troy Franklin looked very good for
Yeah.
you guys. I'm very shocked by, not say shocked, but I'm on a
You,
high alert now for Troy Franklin. Evan Ingram, brother, what are we doing? And then Bo Nix, bro, like unforced errors, interceptions that we talked about off air, that you shouldn't be making in year two, under Sean Payton. It's like, what are we doing? And you know how I feel about Bo Nix as far as what he needs to do to win division. We're not gonna go into that anymore, but I like the fact that with you don't sugarcoat. If your team's doing some sorry stuff, they're doing some sorry stuff. Like, you got a whole lot of people on their defense that's making a whole lot of money, and you got a whole lot of people on their defense that got signed in free agency that's not playing. So it's like,
but I told you that Monday.
yeah, yeah, we can go. We got a couple $100 million contracts on that list that you sent me. That I didn't hear their name get called not once during the game. Yes, Patrick Surtain, he went down with a little ankle thing. Luckily, it's nothing too serious. He'll be back. But give all credit to the Colts. Daniel Jones did enough to win the game. Made some plays with his arm and his legs. Jonathan Taylor went crazy. Zaire Franklin on the defense making plays, as balling for his team. And the Colts was down two starters on the corner, two starters at corner, which is really frustrating for me. If you're a Broncos fan, it's like, okay, how can we not take advantage of this? Cortland Sutton, I don't even know why you got $92 million. Like, what are we doing? And I had you in my lay, and you got one catch for 5 yards.
Man, you
What?
better get my blood pressure up.
Yeah, like, yeah, I had you in my lay for one catch for five, yeah, and you five. All you was 5 receptions, one for 5 yards, bro. $92 million.
Can't
Good,
you already can't separate?
can't. Good win for Daniel Jones and the Colts. And 2 weeks in a row, he's proven me wrong that hey, he may be the guy. Anthony Richardson, yeah, hold that clipboard another week, brother. It's gonna be it's gonna be a struggle for you to get that job back, man. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
good game all around. Probably I watched that game the most out of all. Of course, I'm low key hating a little bit, but I watched that game a little more than any other game. So great game all the way around. 1 point game, close game. Came into the final kick of the game, and hey, Colts come out on top, 29-28.
Yeah, I was wondering why you was watching that game the most.
Hating.
But uh the Colts 473 yards of total offense
What are we doing?
against a defense that's supposed to be just this outstanding defense, and look at
Lights.
all the pieces they have. Uh, what's my man? The linebacker. Why am I blanking on names? My linebacker.
Strenard,
No, the big one
Greenlaw,
that we
Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw. Why did I blank on that name? Dre Greenlaw. But supposedly he's going to be out for this game too. He may be out for the next game, so they don't even know when he's going to be available. But it's just unacceptable, man. And let's take it back to the. I know we on this game a little long, but let's take it back even to the Tennessee game when Cam Ward was sitting here just launching passes that his receivers couldn't catch, and those receivers catch those balls. We having a different conversation. So as I gave you those numbers, Pat Surtain being the fourth highest cornerback in the league, and you out there getting cooked. I mean something I mean, of course every cornerback's done got beaten before. I haven't seen Pat get beat before. I mean, a la when Devontae Adams was in a Raider uniform. He's not ready yet. So I've seen him. So but for you to be that outstanding, your defensive player of the year being cooked like this, you already fourth highest paid cornerback in the league. As you Zach Allen, DJ Jones, 102 million, 39 million. And you missing tackles for losses in the backfield. Come on, DJ. Come on, Zach. No sacks. Nick Benito, no sacks. What is this? 106 million? Jonathan Cooper, 60 million?
I forgot all about Cooper. I forgot he was on the team. That's how quiet he been.
Evan Ingram on a 2 year, 23. Cortland Sutton on a 92. Will Lutz, the third highest kicker in the league. You missing field
Smoking
goals?
stuff.
Come
Smoking
on,
stuff.
bro. He hit that field goal. This game is over. But man, let me go on before I get my blood pressure up, man. I'm going to the next game. Uh, to cap it off with Sunday night, the Falcons defeated the Vikings 22-6. JJ McCarthy is out for the next game. Any concern with okay.
Nah, no concern, man. It's like he's out. I mean, what can he do? I mean, I don't know who that situation is with that backup. I watched the first half of this game, and then Father Time came knocking. Was like, "Hey, it's time to put it down." I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, yeah, man, this game it was frustrating for Jefferson. Couldn't get the ball like he wanted to, but I'm gonna be on the JJ McCarthy train until the wheels fall off. I just believe in him so much.
That Falcons pass rush starting to come alive. I see.
Those rookies, boy. Hey, I didn't speak on them last week, and I should have, and I apologize for not speaking on them. But James Pierce and Jalen Walker, I think they're playing Jalen Walker as a true edge now. For much crap, if I talked about the fact of giving up that one for James Pierce, I think it's paying off for them. So prove me wrong again.
In an absolute thriller on Monday night, the Buccaneers defeated the Texans 20-19. That one came down to the wire right there. The CJ Stroud, I kind of feel bad for the guy, man. And then to cap it off, the Chargers defeated the Raiders 20-9. We've seen Brady in the booth. A lot of eyes on that. Some people had some problems with it. Uh, you as a Raider fan, I know you're happy about it, but as a just an overall fan of the game, take your fandom out. As an overall fan of the game, I think it's good to see Brady like involved in football. Like he's not retired and then gone somewhere else. Like he's in the game of football. And I think the game of NFL, I think they need Brady because Brady, he comes all the way drafted in 2020 2000 2001. So he knows he's been through it. And to have a mind like that in today's NFL to still give his perspective on things, not just with the Raiders organization, but he does commentary, so he's around the league. And I
Hmm.
think this is a good thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a great thing. I know there's some like beef about him going into other teams' facilities, but here's my thing, right? Don't tell him nothing. Then just tell him, just keep it vanilla. Tell him what you want him to know. You don't have to tell him what your game plan gonna be. Look up for this guy on third down or whatever. Just keep it vanilla. Just tell him what you want him to know. You ain't got to give your secrets. You got to get a game plan away. You just come in doing regular old interviews and stuff. But as far as the game, um, I picked the Chargers to win that game, and I told you I did. I put it on one of my picks. I just think the Chargers are on another level right now. Defensively, offensively, Justin Herbert is coming out these first two games and then got two division wins back to back. One in Brazil and one in Vegas. So he hasn't had a home game yet until this week coming up versus the Broncos. Um, me taking my fandom out the game. The offensive line for the Raiders scared me, specifically the right side, with Meredith, Kappa, and DJ Glaze. That's a little scary for me. And Dylan Parham, the guard on the left side, it's think time's up for him. He's making too many critical errors, too many penalties in crucial situations to keep the drive going. Um, Ashton Genty, I'm a little suspect of his pass protection early on in the season. Yes, he's a rookie. I understand that. And then he was taken out of the game on some crucial drives to get back in the game because his pass protection was lacking. Not to say that he can't do it after I praised him week one for having good pass protection. I just don't know if it's consistent yet. So they had Samir White come in the game, Dylan Lobby come in the game, who are better pass protectors, have been in the league for a couple years now. And then ultimately, like Brock Bowers, he wasn't healthy. Um, this game, his knee is obviously bothering him. There were some opportunities, in the red zone where we could have capitalized and got seven, but the sin of Jordan Meredith snapped the ball off his tush and caused the rhythm of the play to go sideways. And just Gino didn't have his best night. He threw three picks. He threw one on the very first play of the game where he tried to hit Trey Tucker, and just the safety came up, made a play, and Dayon Henley deflected it and picked it off to give us a 3-point hold 10 seconds into the game. The defense played very well from for what they have. There, I think I looked at some stats here earlier. They were like the sixth hardest defense to score on, which is very shockingly coming from the only player you really know on our team is Max Crosby and the band of Misfits. So that Pete Carroll effect is happening with the corners. Kaya Blue Kelly, he's playing well. Opposite of Eric Stokes is playing well is playing well. There was a coverage bust between Kelly and the safety Palomau, where it was a over and I guess it was a whatever the route was Quentin Johnson ran. It was just miscommunication between those two when he got there for a 60-yard touchdown. Jamal Adams played well. The defense played. The defense. I'm very very surprised at the defense. I'm a little disappointed in the offense, from my perspective. But like I said, you can't win them all. We know the Chargers go physical. As John, Harbaugh has a great team. They'll be well coached. Um, so yeah, man. Like I said, I expect a split between these two. Chargers drew first blood. Last Monday night. It wasn't pretty. Yes, it left a bad taste in my mouth, but reality come in that this is a playoff team right here. This is a possible AFC Championship team, and that was the litmus test for us here in Week 2. Now we see what we have to do going forward to if we want to be in this division, and we got to compete with the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers. We have to raise our game to another level. And Gino played sloppy. He played like the fourth best quarterback in the division, and Gino's a good quarterback. But that goes to show you the talent of the rest of the quarterbacks in our division, and we got a long way to go. It's like I said, just Week 2. You flush this game, but you also learn some stuff from this game and to carry over to the Commanders that we play at 1 o'clock on Sunday. But all in all, I expect the Chargers to win, come out. It could have been a little more competitive, minus turnovers, but a good win. Hey, when the better football team win is what you expect.
I see Gino with the three picks there. Uh, and then seeing his reaction, he was 24, 43, 180, three picks. Uh, did I know you went and watched the game over?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the How would you rate those picks? Were they blown coverages, or what was it?
Well, okay, so we can. So I'm gonna say this: the one pick. So almost it was three picks altogether, but I'm gonna really count two because one he threw up to uh, Dante Thornton it before halftime to see if he can get some magic. So Tony Jefferson picked that one off. But the first pick of the game, him just communication with Trey Tucker. He wanted to sit down in the hole. Trey Tucker kept going. The safety came up, deflected it. The second pick was I can't remember the second pick. I don't remember. And and then the last one was to Dante. Dante Thornton, of course. He's just trying to make a play, force the ball in a spot where you don't really have anything. Yeah, man, he missed some throws as well. He missed Jacoby Miles on a couple throws. He missed Micah Mayer on a couple, Trey Tucker on a couple. So just an all around sloppy game. I know Gino's better than that. Um, Chip Kelly, he did dial up some stuff for his team to be successful, just didn't execute well. But the thing about it, and I'm not trying to speak into the future here, but as of week 2, we're going to be addressing the offensive line very, very early in the NFL draft next year. Very, very early because we got a Ferrari back there in number 2. He ran the ball a little better than he did in week 1, but you got to unlock him. You got to go get the horses up front, whether that's in free agency or in the draft, to get to see number two's full potential. So, I still think we'll be all right going forward. We'll win. I'm not gonna spoil my prediction, but we'll win a couple more games here down the line. But just a solid Monday night win by the Chargers. So
Following week 2, this is how the standings look.
yeah, big dog in front.
You got Amon in front. He had a 10-6 record last week. He's up 21-11. He's up by a thread, ladies and gentlemen. Up by a thread, and I'm right behind him. Had a bad week. Well, it was over 500, 9-7, 20-12, right on his tail. Friend of the show, Rob, went 10-6, 17-15 on the season so far. He's got a chance coming up in week 3 to get those numbers up. So that's how it's looking right now with the standings. Amon's in front, so he gets to celebrate for the week. And now we're about to go into week 3 games. Starting with tonight, the Dolphins, the Bills, um, Amazon, 8:15 or whatever it is. This is a must win for Miami. I don't know if they're going to win or not. Probably not. But they are 11 and a half point underdogs.
Golly, that's so disrespectful.
11 and a half point underdogs. I got a feeling. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I got
Nah,
a
go ahead and say
feeling.
it. Be bold. Stick it up. Be bold. Go out on a limb.
I'm
You
going
got to
I'm
catch
gonna,
the
I'm gonna
game.
take them to cover it though.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna take
What
them
you?
to cover the 11 and a
Of
half.
course. You gonna hedge your bet? Of course.
But this is AFC East rivalry. This is a game where you can those weeks 1 through 5 are pretty much unpredictable, and
Sure.
then we're in week 3. So we've seen it in the past. You've been watching enough sports to know, like a team like Miami that's as disgruntled and dysfunctional as they are. Like this is a game on a short week where they can come in and possibly take advantage of a Buffalo. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill. I mean, I know offensive line and everything else, but you don't think a player like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they can take advantage of those matches with the corner. Bill's been having a little trouble with the corners. I think they got a couple corners that's injured. So I think this might be a good spot where Tyreek Hill could, go off, or Tua could go off. Who knows? What you
It,
think?
it, it's very possible. It's very, 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 very possible. But this Bills defensive line with Ed Oliver, Joey Bosa, and AJ Epinesa, and my boy from Miami. I can't think of his name right now. Gregory Rousseau. They can cause havoc for Miami's up front. And what's Mike McDaniel's scheme predicated off? Timing, right? So if the ball's not coming out where it need to be, and they disrupt him to him, if he had when he has to get to his second read, he you can get to him. but we can get detailed into the X's and O's and all that good jazz. But one team got Josh Allen and one team don't. We're just gonna keep it. We just gonna sometimes we make things more difficult than what it really needs to be. One team got Josh Allen, one team don't. And think about it, like you said, the Bills corners are down. The Dolphins corners ain't no better than the Bills. So you got Jack Jones out there, and who's who. So with that being said, of course, I'm gonna take the Bills to win this game comfortably. Uh, Probably about 10 plus. So
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna take Miami to cover.
mm,
Yeah. Uh, I'm not gonna tell you who I picked. We're gonna wait till the end of the show for who I picked.
I'm gonna
So,
tell you, it's kind of the obvious with me. I ain't gonna try to sugarcoat this one. So
going to the next one, you
I
got
think I know who you picked too. So you
yeah, you got 2-0 Indianapolis going to traveling to 0-2 Tennessee, take on the Titans. Cam Ward facing the Colts for the first time in his career. Is this a spot with the Colts and how Daniel Jones, how hot he's been? Is this a spot where Indianapolis might be in trouble?
potentially, potentially, but Daniel Jones has been playing well these last past 2 weeks. Hard for me to spit that out of my mouth, but got to give a man credit when he's due, man. I came in front. When you're doing the right thing, making winning football plays. Oh, I'm still, we still got 14 games left. It's cool. We ain't even tripping, so,
But my prediction looking real good right now.
bro, a dead clock is right twice a day. It's cool. It's cool. So yeah, man, I think this is a game where they can get. I expect Cam Ward to come out and play a little better, get his first NFL win. I think this is second home game. I think the Rams came to them last week, so he'll be in front of the home crowd, be to sleep in his own bed, ain't got to commute nowhere, so he can get like a routine um, going to his home game. So I think I think this will be a better game than people expect it to be. Um, Tennessee paid a Jared Sneed, traded for him, gave him a third round pick. He didn't pay him. You expect him to be a lot better than when he's been playing here since he's left Kansas City with a new contract, but that's here nor there. So yeah, I expect this to be a good game.
Colts are 4.5 point favorites in this game. This will be a good spot for Tennessee. You can go ahead and cover that too. Um, Next game, the Steelers and the Patriots.
Lord.
Both teams 1-1. This could be a spot where the Patriots, I think, could come in there and steal one. Well, steal one at their house. If you look how that Steelers defense been looking, with with games against the Jets and then games last week against the Seahawks, this could be a good spot for Ramondre Stevenson or Travion Henderson to get theirs, or whoever one of those wide receivers. I know you got Stephon Diggs out there. So, is this a spot where Drake May could come in and possibly pull the upset?
Potentially. I'm not gonna say that he can't, because they beat the Dolphins last week. That ain't. I mean, that's a win. It's a win in the NFL. Any win that you get on Sundays is a good win, no matter the caliber of their opponent. So it's a spot that they can come in. They can have Pittsburgh come into their house and handle Pittsburgh very well. It's a spot where Aaron Rodgers can just go into Pittsburgh. I mean, go into New England and go off. Two things can happen. Two things can be true at the same time. So I expect this. I actually expect this to be a good game, like a competitive game. Mike Vrabel and his defense. Hopefully, Mike Tomlin and his defense cannot give up 30. They cannot afford to give up 30 points again to a Drake May led team with no first round talent on his roster besides him from 2024. They cannot afford to do that. So with that being said, I expect this to be a good game.
Uh, Jets at the Buccaneers. Todd Bowles' former team right here. This is Todd Bowles' bowl right here.
Yeah.
Uh, who is the Jets quarterback this week?
Producer, look that up. Ooh.
Looks like Tyrod Taylor.
Okay.
So Tyrod Taylor going against Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield playing some pretty damn good ball here this year. Probably he's through 2 games. that you could argue to say he's in the MVP conversation.
2 games, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um, what's your thoughts about this game? Tampa Bay is 6.5 point favorites. In this game, what's your thoughts?
That 6.5 pretty steep, Lord, because this Jet defense is. I mean, I saw
It's been pretty bad. I think I would pick Tampa Bay to cover that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, your boy Sauce Gardner got his hands full because what he gonna do?
I knew he was gonna hit the yo boy. I knew.
Yeah, what he gonna do? He got a Hall of Famer right here, number 13, and you got number 2 over there that's just cooking. Look like he's still playing at Ohio State right now.
Off
So
to a great start.
yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, yes, Quentin Williams, you coming to the party? Help him boy out. Um, but I expect the Buccaneers to take care of business. I know I might predict spoil my prediction at the end of the show, but expected to be a tall bones reunion regardless. Be a good game, and I'm taking the Buccaneers, of course.
The Rams are 3.5 point underdogs against the Eagles this Sunday. I think this is a good spot for the Rams to come in and get that win. Remember, in the snow last year, the Rams were the only team to really give the Eagles some problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that this is going to be any different. I think that this Rams team is going to be probably one of those teams that's going to be in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And they're cooking with grease right now. I think this is a good spot for them to come in and win that game.
Yeah, it's a good spot for them to come in and win that game, but hey, the Eagles gonna be a tough out for everybody, bro.
Um,
The way Saquon running, the way Jalen Hurts doing just enough to win the game, the defense, they're just Philly is just more physical than everybody else. You can see it on the screen when you're watching it. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game, a good NFC divisional rematch from last year. Yes, I'm looking forward to it, man. See if Matthew Stafford can right his wrongs from last year, and the young Rams defense, Kobe Turner, um, and them boys, Braden Fish, Jared Verse. Yeah, see if them boys can get after it again.
I saw a debate on First Take. Well, I heard it because I was listening to the podcast, but they were talking about Matthew Stafford and Jalen Hurts. Which quarterback would you rather have, and having this debate about them. And you can't really go with either or. Can't go wrong with either or. Uh,
Yeah,
Jalen, of course, got the running ability. He particularly passes, has more passing production in bigger games. But when you passing for 100 and something yards, I mean, letting the other guys take care of the business. As long as you walking out of the game as the winner, that's the only thing that matters.
only thing that
So,
matters. Yeah.
Matthew Stafford throwing 400, 300, 400. He been doing this since
Oh,
the
now.
summer. Yeah. uh, you got the Raiders at the Commanders. Commanders are 3.5 point favorites.
mm.
Marcus Mariota could be starting here. Is Jake Daniels starting?
It's leaning towards Mariota playing because Jaden didn't practice yesterday. He didn't practice today, and they had Mariota come up to the podium and speak to the media on yesterday. So that's giving you an indication that hey, Jaden might miss this one,
Ooh,
and it
what what
sucks.
what if Quinn is putting Mariota in that spot, but then Jaden Daniels is starting?
Well,
Oh,
you have to prepare for both of them regardless. You do.
yeah.
So I mean, it really don't matter who you. It really don't matter who you bring to the podium. If he don't, he can not practice all week and play on Sunday. You still got to prepare like he's playing anyway. Their games are similar, not the same, but similar. So you have to prepare for both of them. So I wouldn't be
Running
surprised.
quarterbacks.
Running quarterbacks that can throw the ball. Jake, he's a better passer than Mariota, but Mariota's heyday, he can throw the ball down the field as well. But you got to prepare for both of them, like both of them are going to play. So Jade not practicing doesn't really spook me or bother me that he's not going to play. Um, but the telltale for me was when Mariota came to the podium to ask the questions. Okay, yeah, Mariota might play this week. Um, yeah, man, this is gonna be a good one. Got some of Raiders come back to the East Coast, 1 o'clock game. There's normally a bugaboo for that organization, but can they bounce back off a tough division loss on last Monday night? Um, I got a stat for you, and when I pull it up, or next show, I'll have a stat for you about the Raiders and their travel for this year. It's kind of wild. It's tucked in my ammunition somewhere, but
Are y'all
um,
the most traveled team doing the most
it's
traveling again?
it's like our schedules is it's like our schedules. We have 19 days less than each other. 19 days less to prepare for a game than any other team in the NFL.
Oh wow.
Like throughout the whole season. So I don't. It's like everybody else has this. We have 19 more days less to prepare for a game because of we have a like we played. Who do we play? We play who do we play week one? Played New England week one, right? So then we had a Monday nighter, and then we got to play the Commanders on a short week.
Back on the East Coast.
Back on the East Coast on a short week. But that's no excuse. Um, I expect it to be a good game. I might. No, I'm not going to the game. I thought about going, but I'm not going. For me to be mad,
I'm very surprised you're not going.
for me to be mad and upset, I ain't going to be. I ain't driving 3 hours to be mad. Have an attitude. I ain't doing that. I watch it at home. I can be mad at home for free. So, and with more money in my pocket. So, I expect it to be a good game. I expect Gino to bounce back. I expect the Commanders to play well. Lattimore, Mikey, Bobby Wagner playing against his old head coach and Pete Carroll. The defensive line got some players on their first rounders on there. Um, yeah, man, it's gonna be a good game, man. Congratulations to the Commanders. They're gonna finally be back in DC in 2030. They got approved for a stadium, so that's gonna be lit for the whole town of whole city of DC. Congratulations to them. Um, yeah, man. Of course, you know who I'm picking. I'm being super biased, but I expect it to be a good game at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Let's go, Commanders.
Absolutely.
Uh, we got the Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Lord have mercy.
Um,
Oof.
yeah. This I ain't even put my graphic up. I ain't even worried
That's
about
terrible. You ain't put my graphic up for us too, man. That's some hate. That's some hate, man.
Look, they're gonna Raiders and Commanders,
I'm
and
saying, Lord, you take it down there. That's crazy.
you
I
got
bet that.
the
I bet that.
Rams and the Eagles.
No, that Denver one gonna be up there.
And now we have the Falcons and the Panthers battle 1-1 and 0-2. Michael Penix against Bryce Young. So what are you looking most forward to for this game? I think this could be a game where Penix could possibly go off.
It's a game where he pops could go off, but it's a game where Bryce Young needs to go off. He needs to go off.
Mm.
He needs to get in the winning column for Panthers ready to start creeping in and say, hey, is he the guy? You know, you gave up what you gave up to go get him. He's not the answer. It set us back 100 years. Bryce, you got to get this win, brother. I'm pulling for you. I don't know if I picked you, but I'm pulling for you to get this win here on Sunday. And then somebody besides Ted McMillan show up to the party to help out Bryce Young. And for the Falcons, I don't know if our guy is playing or not. The receiver Drake London. I know he had an AC sprain in his shoulder here a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if he played on Sunday night. And see if Penix, Bijan Robinson, my lord, bro, like, whew,
Yeah, 143 yards last week.
that's all I need to say.
Drake,
Well worth that 7th overall pick they took him a couple years ago. Yeah, he's on a mission this year, so I expected it to be a good game. But Bryce Young, just the game is one you got to win in front of your fans, man.
yeah, Drake London was 3 for 49 in that game.
Mm.
Um, so going to you got anything else on this game?
I'm good.
Uh, the Bengals taking on the Vikings.
Brian,
Uh,
Brian Flores, my brother. Take it easy on take it easy on my boy Browning over there, because he could see some stuff he ain't never seen before. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. Van Ginkel might have two pick sixes this game. I really don't have any expectations for this game. With the lackluster quarterback, you got Jake Browning versus
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. Lord have mercy. They could have put me and you out there. We probably could have given a better game than what these two guys can give us.
Carson Wentz might be a good fantasy quarterback this
He
week.
might be a good fan. Jake Browning, yeah, don't start Jake Browning, guys. Don't start Jamar now. I'm telling you right now, because Brian Flores he gonna throw some voodoo. He gonna throw some voodoo at Jake Browning that he ain't never seen before. Lord have mercy. Um, so yeah, man, I really don't have any expectations for this game. It's a battle of the backups. Jake Browning, he's serviceable. He can get you a couple games, but I don't think they're gonna win this game here. I think the Vikings have too much experience on that side of the ball to lose. And yeah, man, it's a pretty grim game. If you pay tickets to see Joe Burrow versus JJ McCarthy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. Imagine being a season ticket holder and your quarterback out for the rest of the year.
Like what?
What?
Yeah, you gotta see Jake Browning and Carson Wentz.
No disrespect to Jake Brown or Carson. No
No,
disrespect.
no, no disrespect at all. But I mean, hey, at least you get to see T. Higgins and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. That's true.
Um, Going to the next one, AFC South battle, 0-2, Houston, 1-1, Jacksonville. Is this a spot where Houston gets their first win of the season against the Jags?
I think so. I think they get the CJ has to come up. You got to come off the mat, CJ. You're 0-2. Pretty rough games. Could have won the Bucks game. Both games were winnable. Could have won the Bucks game at home. Baker Mayfield has made plays. The defense played well. The defense balling, man. The
Yeah,
defense they've held Matthew Stafford and Baker Mayfield and they didn't go off, bro. So they're doing
yeah.
their part. Just the offensive side of the ball, a little lagging behind. I expect CJ to get back on track. And then for the Jaguars, Brian Thomas, bro, you had some egregious concentration drops here in this game that could have won you the game on Sunday. A fourth and 5, you dropped the ball. Or fourth
Mm.
and 1, they dropped the ball. Could have won you the game versus the Bengals, but you just didn't happen. And Travis Hunter, I want to see him a lot more. And back to that. I don't know we're going backwards, but back to that Bengals game. I didn't see enough of Travis Hunter on the defensive side of the ball with those two receivers that they do have. The one time he did guard, I think it was Higgins. He got flagged for a pass interference. No, it wasn't on Higgins. It was on Yoshivas. He had a pass interference call that got the ball to midfield. I want to see Brian Thomas and I want to see Travis Hunter um, take over this. Try to see if they can take over this Texan secondary, which is going to be very tough with Gardner Johnson, Stingley, Petre, Kamari Lassiter, Bullock. It's gonna be tough sledding. There's like no weakness on this Texans defense from each level. Like Will Anderson, Grenard, I think his name Grenard, I think.
John Bernard.
Grenard, and then you got Toho, Chris Harris, and then you got them. I get the one that came from Minnesota. I always get them mixed up. The pass rusher,
Hunter.
Daniil Hunter. Sorry,
Yeah,
Grenard's
I don't think Bernard's with him no more.
Grenard's in Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah.
I get Daniil Hunters in Houston. I'm sorry, I get that mixed up. But yeah, man, there's no weakness on this defense between those three levels. Yeah, man. So it's gonna be tough sledding for T Law, man. But you have the weapons to get it done, for sure. So we'll see.
Yeah, that Texas defense is cooking. CD Deuce over there. Getting under folks' skin.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's what he do, though, man. He'll pet.
that's what he do. You got those corners over there, Stingley. That defense is like you're right. That defense is something serious. The next game, not too long on this one. We got Green Bay and Cleveland, 2-0 versus 0-2. Miles Garrett just gonna be trying to pressure his way into a win. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but
Yeah,
uh, yeah, that Cleveland team, man. Uh,
yeah, yeah. Miles Garrett and Mason Graham. I got. Yeah, I want to see something from the young boy. See if he can come out and do something. I mean, it's so unfortunate, man, that you don't have any. things to say about these, these teams that are down at the bottom. That are you already know where they're headed to. Um, I just want to see if they come on and put a good fight up, man. That's all I want to see. It's gonna be tough. Michael Parsons coming off the edge, and all your linemen 40 years old for Cleveland. So it's like yeah, Green Bay. What's the spread on this one? Green Bay about whatever. What's the spread?
7.5.
7. That is too low. That's too low. And that's be no disrespect to Miles Garrett because he can wreck a game by himself and win a game for real if the
Yeah.
Browns keep it close. So, but yeah, that's too low, bro.
The other game that's 7.5 is the Saints and the Seahawks.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, this one hurt.
yeah, I think I'm gonna put the spread on Seattle and Green Bay to cover those games.
Got him.
Uh, can Sam Darnold lead this team to another victory?
Hey, battle. He's playing the Saints. Number one overall pick, Saints in 2026. You battle. Simple as
Hey, and the 49ers only won 26-21 against Saints last week. Just saying.
yeah. I'm saying he battle. I'm gonna criticize Sam Darnold because he left Minnesota for 155 million dollars. I'm gonna criticize him. You better win.
Yeah, he better.
You better win.
But you beat the Steelers last week. That's a big win under your belt. Don't be at home when you fall to the Saints.
San Francisco almost did.
The next game we got Denver at the Chargers, 1-1 versus 2-0. This is simple, right?
What time is this game?
4:05.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
uh,
Kansas City and New York Giants got the nightcap.
yeah, they got the Sunday night game.
Oh boy, I'm going to bed at 7 after. Look, I'm gonna let you go. This your team. I'm gonna let you go.
uh, it's a simple, man. I mean, I was hoping that Kansas City that the Chargers did win on Monday night. Um, regardless, each team's gonna come in with their own momentum and how they're gonna come in prepared. But you always find it better when your team is coming off a loss and the other team that you're facing the next week is coming on a win. So hoping that we can come in a little bit more hungry and give the Chargers their first loss of the season. We did get swept by them last year, so that's enough fire in our locker room that we should be coming out, you know, just blazing. I remember the Thursday night game last year, we were up halftime, like we were just firing it all. And then that second half came and we just had a collapse. So this is a game where we need to figure this offense out. I don't know if this is the defense to do that with, but we shall see. Khalil Mack isn't playing in this game. He's gonna be out. Thinking maybe this game, maybe a couple games. Justin Herbert's on fire right now. He's good. That pass rush that generated no pass rush last week against Daniel Jones. We're gonna have to generate something against Justin Herbert. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. I think this is one probably the game I'm gonna have circled most on my calendar. Besides our game, I always like to watch division rivals, but this is gonna be a real very physical game. By one team. Bo Nix, it's on you, brother. You get ready. You get ready. This the sniff test for you. Um, you got another dog at quarterback over there, Patrick Sertain. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna put you on lad. I don't know if they're gonna. Yeah, they got to put you on lad. I don't know what they're gonna do with you, but because that little sucker boy, whoo, he
Well,
caused some headaches. He caused some headaches, bro.
you got Ladd, you got Quentin Johnson over there making plays, and then all of a sudden he know how to catch the ball now.
Yeah, and I've been clowning him all summer long, and he just cooked us for 60. Um, but yeah, man. Jade Barron, where you at? Come on down. Riley Moss, come on down. You got your
My goodness, man.
you got your hands full this week, brothers.
I
Brother,
mean, Johnny just really not making me feel good about the. 20th overall pick, and we could have took Travion Henderson. You know,
Yeah, you see what he doing. So, but
yeah.
nevertheless, Jade Barron gonna have to show up today. I mean, this Sunday. Patrick Surtain, he's gonna be him. Edrin Cooper, not Edrin Cooper. Jonathan Cooper, Zach Allen, um, Nick Benito. What's the James, the other defensive tackle, Jones,
DJ Jones,
T.J. Jones, uh,
Jonah Ellis, like all y'all
Jonas.
got, man,
Hey,
all
you
these
know you
pass rushers that we got on this
got Joe
team,
Alt,
man.
Mekhi Becton. That offensive line missing some pieces. And that Zion Williamson. I mean, yeah, Zion Johnson. Sorry. Yeah, it's
Hey, you playing basketball, man.
playing basketball now. Yeah, Harbaugh will run the ball. You're gonna see a whole lot of Najee Harris. You're gonna see a whole lot of Marion Hampton. You're gonna see Keenan Allen. it's you're gonna
But
see you.
funny thing. You talk about Hampton, and when he played the Raiders on Monday night, you know how many carries he had?
It was like less than 5.
8 carries, 24 yards.
Yeah, man.
First game of the season, played Kansas City, was 15 for 48.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's tough right now. I mean, I ain't
That
gonna.
is the 2020 what 22nd overall pick.
Yeah, and if you go and read off Genty's numbers as well, I mean, it ain't no better. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, man, Denver, buckle up, bro, because it's gonna get serious. You're gonna see what I seen on Sunday about this team. You know who I picked to win the game. I had to send them to you, but,
Of course.
but it's just me being honest and non-biased, man. You know, me being honest, man. No hate. I mean, because I could have picked Denver and a Chargers fan because I could have been hating. So it's cool. It's cool.
That
I
yeah,
don't know Chargers fans though, but you know,
you got a deeper. It's deeper than the Chargers. Like
it's it's really not because no, not really. Yeah, this is our first time beating us in like 6 years last year, so it really ain't that deep to be honest.
the next game you got Arizona and you got Arizona and the 49ers battle of 2-0 teams right here. Ron Johnson's Arizona Cardinals here. Um, what you think about this game? Is this a game where Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison go off pretty
I'm not
much?
gonna say they're gonna go off, but I think they're doing enough to get the W. Kyler, you got to beat Mac Jones. You got to beat Mac Jones. Um, ain't no excuse. Like you know how I feel about Kyler. If you gonna take the step and be one of the top half of the league quarterback, top half, top 15, top 16, you got to win games like this. Go on the road in a hostile environment. San Francisco gonna get a hard-earned W. I expect Mac Jones to play well. Shanahan gonna call plays where he's gonna make the right reads, right situations, move the ball down the field. It's just can the Cardinals execute and make just enough plays to escape out of Santa Clara with a win.
Yeah, I think this is a spot where well, Kyler's not gonna throw it all over the field and everything, but you still got James Conner back there as well.
Hmm.
Uh, and it seemed like anytime they play in the 49ers, it seemed like he's getting his stuff off. So I like to see this pass rush that Arizona's got going on over there, and take advantage. You don't have Brock Purdy in there. You got Mac Jones, and this is not a game where you want Mac Jones tossing 3 touchdowns like he did in the last game. So
Hmm.
the next one that we have Dallas and Chicago, 1-1 versus 0-2. I think this is a good spot with the struggles that we've seen Dallas go through over the past couple weeks. I think this is a good spot at home for Chicago to get in here and come out with a win. What you think?
Yeah, man, it's a good spot, for them to get a win. It's been a tough couple of weeks for the Chicago Bears, getting ran out the field and then losing the heartbreaker to Minnesota week one, being up with they were up. And for Dallas, man, keep feeding CD, keep feeding George Pickens there. Obviously, playmakers and big parts of your offense. And I just want to see, the run. Javonte Williams have been quite a bit of a surprise for me running the ball for the Cowboys. Yeah, man, I just want to see the defense get better. Jadavion Clowney should make his debut as a Cowboy this Sunday coming up. See if they can generate a pass rush. The offensive line is solid. Tyler Booker's played well as a rookie. They went on to pay the offensive lineman early. They freed up that money they were paid Parsons. They gave it to the offensive lineman and a couple other spots on this team. So yeah, man, I expect the Cowboys to play well, but I expect the Bears to do everything in their power to get a W.
Yeah, this is a Caleb Williams type of game, right? He needs to sling it. It's time for him to wake up and get a win against Dallas, man. The Sunday night football matchup, you got the Chiefs and the
Lord have
Giants battle 0-2 teams. I never thought we'd see Kansas City in an 0-2 spot. But they're
God.
playing the Giants. And the Giants, I mean, Russell Wilson throwing for 450 yards last week, 3 touchdowns. Um, it he probably won't do the same this week, but this Kansas City team, this is a must win for Kansas City. They have to win this game. Not saying that if you down 0-3 that things won't go in your favor as far as later on down the year's playoffs, but Kansas City's got to win this game. But if you're looking at the way that their offensive line has been playing, when you got Abdul Carter and Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau and that pass rush, I think Patrick Mahomes might be in trouble right here.
Oh, they're gonna get after him for sure. But do the Giants have enough? Can Wandale Malik, Theo Johnson, the running backs, Tyrone Tracy, can they keep Mahomes off the field? Can Russell keep Mahomes off the field? And will we see Jackson Dart this week? Will we see Jackson Dart this week? Who knows? Um, yeah, man, I expect Kansas City to win this game, get back on a good foot. And the Giants, this probably one of those games where I'll be up to probably half, midway through the second quarter. But like I say, if the Giants, keep this thing close throughout the game, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be concerned, but I'm gonna have my alerts up, my antennas up on the Chiefs for sure. You laughing?
You now I'm laughing because you said that you be out by the second quarter.
Oh yeah, be out of there, bro.
I'm going to give you past the first 5 snaps of the game.
Oh no, I'll be up for then because I gotta see a couple moon balls before I go to bed. I gotta see it. I gotta see the vibe of Kansas City before I go to bed. If he kept doing this right here, yeah, it'll be a long night for
you, you gonna be fighting for your life.
out of the other night here when the Vikings and the Falcons played, boy, I feel like somebody had smacked me in the face with some melatonin. It was over, bro. It was over like after the third snap. It was cooked. I seen the intro and Chris Collins over Al Michaels, and that was it. I'm all gone.
And then our last game, probably the game of the week right here. You got 1-1 pair of 1-1 teams with the Lions and the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. What a spot, man! This should be very entertaining. Um, glad that Tuesday is I kind of got a date to myself because man, I would be no good staying up watching this. But this who I wonder who I'm trying to check real quick to see who is so Baltimore's favored by 4.5,
Mm,
and the total is at 53.5. I think this could this could possibly go over.
think so?
I think so. I mean, you look at what the Bills did. I mean, yeah, good offense. I'm Cleveland. We're not even talking about they only put up 10 points, but a Dan Campbell led team going up against this Baltimore team.
Possible.
Hey, it's possible 53.5. I think they can go over that.
Yeah, I think it's possible, man. With explosive the Lions are, the Ravens explosive too. Could this be a
Yeah,
could this be a preview of something we may see in Santa Clara in February?
possibly.
Possibly, but we'll get the picks here in a minute, and my pick might shock you. Well, you know who my pick is, but
Speaking of the pick, that was all the games. Ladies and gentlemen, the
by the
picks.
way, one more thing. NFL, I love the NFL to death. My favorite sport, my favorite team game of all time. But for the love of God, please stop with these week 2 Monday night double hitters because a brother right here cannot take it. I ain't going to be to 12:30.
Mm.
Watch that game. On the other night, we got to stop with these double hitters, man, on Monday night, man. Like, at least take the Raiders off them, at least. I know it was a showcase game for Allegiant Stadium, but my Lord, bro, I was over here fighting while I had to be at work at 7, and we
Yeah.
lost. So I had an attitude going there in 29 on Tuesday morning. Attitude, but we gotta stop these Monday night double hitters, bro. Like start the season off. It's just not good for the consumer.
uh,
Good for the people on the West Coast, but not
Look
over
great for the folks on the West Coast. Let's talk about your picks here.
here. You about to hate already, bro. Look at this.
This
Because I ain't pick no Giants to win. So you messing up the graphic already. Who picked the Giants? Nah, man, you over here wilding.
so this is Amon's picks right here. We got the Bills, the Raiders, the Bears, the Colts, the Packers, the Vikings, the Rams, the Buccaneers, the Steelers. You see it on the screen. We're also with the Falcons, the Texans, the Chargers, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Chiefs, and the Lions
I go
all
undefeated
winning.
this week. I might go undefeated this week. I feel good about this week. I might go undefeated this week. I might go undefeated, bro.
But in my picks right here, we
You,
about
you,
to.
you a hater, bro. Ain't no way you picking the Giants. That's how I know you just pulling for straws, man. Because ain't no way in the world.
I mean, hey, anything's possible in the National Football League, bro.
You a hater too. You see, but I expect you to pick the Commanders to win. That's cool.
I got I got the Dolphins bouncing back tonight. I got the Titans beating the Colts. And this is a week for upsets. This is going to be a great week. The Commanders with without Jaden Daniels, I think Marcus Mariota is due for about a good 400-yard game right there.
Yeah, I ain't never seen something
So
beat my life, boy. Lord,
yeah, and then friend of the show Rob, who's 17-15 on the season.
he
These are
picked.
his picks right here for the week.
Boy, y'all both picked the Giants, boy. What kind of boy? All right.
I, this is gonna be a damn good week right here. As I feel like I'm going undefeated, not
Nah, I'm
undefeated, but
going.
maybe lose by 2 games. I can see.
Oh, I'm up by one game now. I should be up by 7, 8 games by the end of the week because I'm about to cook y'all because y'all tripping. Got the
Okay.
Giants. Got the Giants picking the Chiefs. If the man, all right, the game about to be on now because y'all here wild, bro. I ain't got time.
Yeah, it's 8-14. I ain't even put no parlay in. I got my fantasy lineup in, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back to you probably Tuesday, Wednesday of next week,
Maybe yeah, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a little earlier.
maybe a little earlier. We'll you know how we do. We just show up. So
And we'll be
uh,
better. It will be better at being more consistent because we know life is life for everybody right now. But yeah, you'll hear from us either Tuesday or Wednesday of each week about the following week or going to the previous, the new week. So we'll be better about that. Try to get to you guys between 6 and 7 um, before the new week starts on Thursday. So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. We might have some guests coming on here in the next couple of weeks. Who knows to talk about especially when I go undefeated this week. We're gonna talk about that. So if I go undefeated, I'm gonna get a full 30 minutes to myself next Tuesday. Just say, hey, I'm the best in the world at what I do. ESPN come get me, Fox Sports come get me, Barstool come get
uh, one good thing we don't have to worry about that
me. Yeah, right now. Anyway, yeah,
because your boy is coming out on top this week. I'm
yeah.
redeeming myself, going all the
Barstool,
way.
Barstool come get me. This man got the Giants beating the Chiefs. Him and Rob. Barstool come get me.
Yes, sir. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I
It's
bet you
going
if it
to
happens, I won't talk to you none Monday. I promise y'all. I'm gonna know everything. You can be blocked. I promise
that,
you. Everything.
that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. You got to see me Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Look, if they beat the Chiefs and y'all beat the daggone Chargers, you just don't even try to message me on Tuesday morning. I mean Monday morning. You blocked all the way. They're so disrespectful. There.
and you know, because that puts y'all there, especially when y'all lose to the Commanders on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, that just
It's tough.
that puts y'all further down the division standing. So,
Be fourth.
um, huh?
So it'll be fourth place, like you wanted to be.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. On behalf of Mom, you got anything? Any closing remarks before we get up off here?
Nah, man, I'm about to go get up off here and watch Josh Allen just play backyard football here in a few minutes. But other than that, I'm good, brother.
All right, upset of the week. I got Miami over Buffalo, and we'll see what happens. If it don't happen, I mean, hey, we'll see what happens. But either way, it's been a great show. Mom, you've been great as usual, and we will see you guys next time.